The rain hammered against the corrugated metal roof of the atmospheric processor, a relentless percussion that mirrored the pounding in Jessa's head. Each drop felt like a tiny hammer blow, threatening to crack the fragile shell of her sanity. Disorientation clung to her, a nauseating fog blurring the edges of reality. She tasted blood, felt the sticky residue on her cheek. Reyes hadn't reappeared. She pushed herself up, the movement sending a fresh wave of dizziness through her. The processor, once a crucial link in the colony's terraforming efforts, was now a ruined strip and riddled with holes. The stench of decay and ozone permeated the air. She gripped the rusty metal frame, forcing herself to focus. Thorne stood a few feet away, his back to her, staring out at the swirling grey forest. His posture was unnervingly still, almost serene, a stark contrast to the chaos within her. "Reyes," she managed to rasp, her voice hoarse. Thorne didn't turn. He stepped into something. The evasion grated on her. She knew Thorne. She knew the shorthand, the shared glances, the unspoken understanding that had bound them together. That connection fell severed, replaced by an unsettling detachment. Tending to what, Thorne? Where is he? He finally turned, his eyes different. The usual spark of wry humor was gone, replaced by a disconcerting stillness. "He's ensuring our safety, Jessa. He understands the larger picture." The larger picture. A phrase echoed with a chilling significance, a subtle shift in Thorne's vocabulary that she couldn't quite grasp. It was a key phrase he's used increasingly. Her head swam. "What are you talking about? Reyes is loyal. He's scared, but he's with us. Loyalty is flexible, Jessa. It adapts to the needs of the collective." The word collective struck her like a physical blow. She remembered the fragmented reports, the whispers of an alien intelligence, a psychic network that had infiltrated Kepler 186F. She had dismissed them as paranoid ramblings, colonial hysteria. Now, Thorne's words confirmed the horrifying truth. "Thorne, what's happened to you?" He offered a faint, unsettling smile. "I'm at peace, Jessa. I understand now. There's a harmony to be found." She backed away, instinctively recoiling from his unsettling calmness. "Harmony? You're being controlled." He didn't react to her accusation, his gaze fixed on some distant point beyond the confines of the processor. The rain intensified, drowning out the sounds of the forest. She felt a tremor in her vision, a shimmering distortion that rippled through her perception. It was as if the world itself was warping, bending to some alien geometry. She stumbled, catching herself on a pile of debris. The pain in her head flared, sending a jolt of nausea through her. She saw flashes of images, fragmented memories that weren't her own swirling nebulae, colossal structures of impossible design, countless faces, all united in a single, overarching consciousness. "Stop it," she gasped, clutching her head. "Get out of my head." Thorne's expression remained unchanged. "Resistance isn't necessary, Jessa. Embrace the harmony. Await the emergence." Emergence. The word resonated with a profound, unsettling dread. She felt a pull, a subtle urging to surrender, to succumb to the alien influence. A voice, not her own, whispered in her mind, promising enlightenment, promising belonging. She fought against it, drawing on the remnants of her training, on the memory of her family, on the conviction that humanity was worth fighting for. But the pull was strong, relentless, threatening to overwhelm her. She had to escape. She turned and bolted, crashing through the wreckage of the processor, ignoring the searing pain in her head. The forest loomed before her, a swirling vortex of grey and shadow. She knew that it was teeming with unseen dangers, with creatures twisted and warped by the alien influence. But staying meant surrender, meant becoming another puppet in the alien collective. She plunged into the forest, the rain lashing against her face, the alien whispers echoing in her mind. She ran, driven by a desperate need to escape, to find a way to fight back. As she ran, she noticed movement in the periphery of her vision, a flicker of colour amidst the grey. She stopped, her breath ragged, and peered through the rain. It was a signal flare burning brightly in the distance, a beacon of hope in the oppressive darkness. She knew, instinctively, that it was Reyes. He was still with her, still fighting. She started running towards the flare, her determination renewed. But as she ran, she saw something else, something that made her heart sink. Standing in the path of the flare, bathed in its crimson light, was Thorne. His face was serene, his eyes filled with an unsettling calm. And behind him, looming over the forest, rising above the trees, was a structure of impossible scale. It was a monolith, a colossal obsidian spire that pierced the sky. It pulsed with an eerie light, radiating an unnatural energy that resonated deep within her bones. The air shimmered around it, distorting her perception. The monolith was emerging, and as she stared at it, she realized that Thorne wasn't just a puppet. He was a gatekeeper, a shepherd guiding her towards the alien presence. He was leading her to the monolith. The voice in her head returned strong and now insistent. Join us, Jessa. Embrace the emergence. She closed her eyes, fighting against the alien influence. She had to warn Reyes. She had to find a way to destroy the monolith. She had to fight. But as she opened her eyes, she saw something that made her blood run cold. Standing beside Thorne, bathed in the crimson light of the flare, was Reyes. But it wasn't the Reyes she knew. His eyes were vacant, his face expressionless. He raised his hand, pointing directly at her. "Jessa," he said, his voice flat and emotionless. "Oh, wait." The flare sputtered and died, plunging the forest into new darkness. Only the soft glow of the monolith remained. The rain continued to fall,